Hey, welcome back to Intentional Success, folks. I'm going to do a little bit something different here at the end of the year. I'm going to talk about me and my plans, and hopefully it'll affect or positively influence your plans for the year as well. Uh, the Road Goes On Forever. Great song, wonderful song, something that I thought about when I started my consulting practice so many years ago, that there really wasn't a way out. My kind of consulting, my kind of coaching is personality driven. It is me. It's not very easy to transfer it, though I do have a lot of awesome followers of people who apply it well. And it's not a business that I can turn around and sell to somebody else and have them take over. So I always planned that I would just kind of do this forever. And that there'd be a point in time where I'd be more digital than in person and things like that. But, I've had a lot of time to think about it. I've learned a lot along the way. So I'm going to start my road to retirement, as I've been predicting for years, by just doing a little bit less. And that's what I want to talk about today. So if you're not interested in me and what I'm going to do for the coming year, you can probably skip this one because I have not much to teach you, but I do have some stuff to share with you.
Welcome to your weekly dose of uncommon sense, helpful insights, and tough love. I'm your host, Tom Stimson. The Intentional Success podcast comes to you through the generous support of Mertz Crew.
Mertz Crew helps top AV companies book quality AV freelancers. Your choice, your rates. We handle contracts, insurance, and payments. You save time, cost, and reduce risk. Start today at mertzcrew.com.
Now onto the show.
So like I said, it's been a few years ago where I started talking in terms of a 5-year plan for my retirement. And a lot of it came from, finally realizing that I had the means to retire comfortably in a way that my wife and I would enjoy. We don't live very extravagant lives, but we do travel well when we travel well, and we love to travel. And we've done most of the things that we want to do. And so now we're looking at what's next. So we're finding new things we want to do, and that's going to take time. It's going to take money. But that's why we've been working all these years, is so that we could find a way to enjoy ourselves. And it's a shame that, in our society, in the U.S. society, the culture is you don't enjoy yourself along the way. The goal is to enjoy retirement and work your butts off along the way, so that you could buy a few years while your health is failing. And, so it's a silly system. And if you're a younger person, I suggest you start taking advantage of every opportunity to enjoy life with the money that you have, save for the future. But gosh, grab the experiences while you can and while you can really enjoy them. And I've been lucky in my job, in my role in the industry, in that I've had the privilege of traveling all over the world, working with large trade associations, visiting shows, speaking engagements, and things like that. So I've had advantages that a lot of people don't have, and that my work has helped pay for a lot of very exotic and fun, exciting travel and learning experiences. So I haven't missed a lot of things, but there's more stuff I want to do because, sometimes you don't want to go play in the city that you're working in. So I'm going to do a lot of playing in places that I may have worked before, just haven't had a chance to go to. Let's talk a little bit about that. Here's what's going on. I'm going to do less. So part of what's going to happen for me in this next year is like I said, I'm going to do more travel with my wife and my kids. I have going to do more hobbies. I'm going to spend more time on the hobbies I have. I probably pick up a few more hobbies with the time I'm going to give myself. I've got adult children that I'd love to spend more time with, and they live across the country, so I'm going to do a lot more of that. And that means I'm going to have fewer office hours, which is also for me, because while I enjoy my work and everything, if I'm in the office, I'm definitely in work mode. And I'm running out of things to do here, which is, ironically, how I left my previous full-time job. As I looked up and said, I was out of things to do. I need to go start something new. So I started a consulting career, and here I am 20 years later, and I'm going, wow, I've run out of things to do. I need to do something else. So those are the things I'm going to do for me. What are you going to continue to get from me? I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to work with my intentional success clubs. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. I'm still going to do my podcast because I enjoy doing it and there's still stuff to get out of my brain. I'm still going to do the newsletter because it is closely tied to the podcast. And for me, unlike for many of you, for me, content creation is easy in that I also have a team that supports me to do that. And we're going to continue to do that for another year. What I'm not going to do, though, is events. I'm going to turn off the Jumpstart events and the masterclass events that I've done pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. They are a lot of fun. I get to meet a lot of great people, but it is a ton of work. And if somebody else wants to do them and invite me to speak every once in a while, I might consider that. But mainly, I'm going to retire that and hope that you and the rest of the industry can find a way to find places to get together and share information and learn more and invite speakers and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, one guy shouldn't be supporting the whole industry. There are other avenues out there, and it's time for somebody else to pick up that mantle and carry it. So there I go. Pretty simple lifestyle. So reducing a lot of clutter and time in my life, but it does let me spend more time with my intentional success clubs, which is the part of my consulting practice, the work that I'm not going to give up. Now, there's a lot of other consulting that goes on that you guys probably don't hear about that much, and that I do projects for clients. We do change management things. We don't generally talk about that stuff. I get speaking engagements. I get locked in boardrooms with people and get to argue all day long, which is one of my favorite things in the world. But that's a lot of time, travel, energy, and emotion for not much return. But the one thing that I really enjoy doing, and I have for several years now, is working with my club members. So those of you who aren't familiar with Intentional Success Club, it is a group coaching program. There's peer-to-peer coaching. There's the club members themselves, 8 or 10 companies, which might be 12 or 15 people in an organization represented. The companies are represented by their principals or owners. I have a couple of clubs running. These folks work with each other. They work with me. We meet in person a couple of times a year. Just had a great meeting last week with 25 members in Milwaukee. We have monthly coaching calls with the members, with me, one-on-one calls, and we have group coaching calls where we all get together, do updates, process issues and challenges that are coming up, ask each other questions. And sometimes we just sit around and giggle a little bit, which is also fun. So club has been a great way to work with people who believe and understand how scalability works. They've bought into the idea of balance, and they are looking for the balance in their lives, and they're trying to grow their companies wisely. They're trying to make more money with less work and doing very well at it, which is another reason why club is so rewarding for me, because I get to see this stuff work. It's like having this laboratory with all these companies, 16, 18 companies, all doing the things and reporting back on, hey, this sort of worked, but if I did this, it worked a lot better. And this is fun stuff. So I'm going to continue to work with my clubs. It's the right amount of demand on my time. It's the right intellectual challenge. It's the right reward and gratification for the amount of work put in. But I also am going to build one new club. So this may be something that you're interested in. You may have a large company. I'm probably not going to be in a position to help you with a club. If you're too small, I don't really have a spot for you in club. But there's a lot of just right companies. And we have folks who have as few as, a virtual 4 or 5 employees to 50 or more employees. We have companies of a lot of different sizes. But what we're really looking at is what's the level of engagement of the owners. So if the owners are highly engaged in the business and they are working towards a goal and they believe in scalability and they are willing to share their experiences and knowledge with other club members, they're willing to listen and try new things. And club is a great way to do it. It's, as far as I can tell, the best way to do it of all the things that I've worked on through my career. So that's something to take a look at. So if you're walking into 2026 trying to figure out what you're going to do, and you're going, well, wait, what are we going to do if I can't go to Jumpstart and learn new things from Tom? Well, don't wait for a Jumpstart to learn new things from me. You can learn new things from me a lot faster and a lot sooner. Um, and along with other people who are also learning the same things and applying them, or have applied them and can help you move faster, then maybe you want to take a look at Intentional Success Club. So while the road is going on forever, and I'm talking about future me, there's a future you that needs to be considered also, and club may be the right way for you and I to enjoy the best parts of our careers together. And that's how I look at it. My club members are living the dream. They're not all as happy or successful as they'd like to be. Don't get me wrong, we are human beings, but they are a lot closer than they've ever been before, and they feel like they're moving closer and closer in that direction. So I think it's a great idea for the right folks, and I enjoy facilitating it, participating it, and watching these folks take these ideas. Club members become pretty fast friends pretty quickly. They actually talk to each other more than they talk to me. They solve problems together. When we bring them together, people get focused on the challenges or issues that their peers put on the table. There are difficult decisions that we all have to make in business, and club members are very supportive of each other because they've had to make them too. And gosh, it's lonely being a business owner. It's really lonely when you have to make tough decisions all by yourself. So they're great at helping each other out, and they accept each other for where they are. You don't have to be as successful as every other person in the club. People just want you to be as successful as you can be, and they're willing to meet you where you are on that journey. And that's exciting too. So I am going to form one new club with a lot of the time that I've given back. I'm not going to use it all on new club, but I've got enough time left that we can make one new club. There's a limited space. If you want to learn more about it, go open up any newsletter, go to my website, trstimson.com. Find the link to Intentional Success Clubs. Take a look at what's going on. We have information sessions coming up here in January, the 7th and 14th. You can reach out and chat to me directly. Just book an appointment. I'd be happy to talk with you about it. Or however you want to learn more, do it. This is your future. You learn how to use the system. I'm happy to talk with you. But don't wait, because when this club is full, these are really the last clients I'm going to take in my career, and I'm going to think very highly of them, and they're going to get the best of the next 5 or so years that I have to share with them on their journeys and on my journey. But in the meantime, I've got other things I can do. So I thank all of you for that. I never imagined that this journey that I started 20 years ago would be even remotely this successful. And I'm grateful for everything that it's taught me. I'm grateful for all the appreciation that you folks have shown. We're going to keep on doing it. I'm going to keep being a friend to the industry. I still want to chat with you and answer your questions, but I'm going to make myself a little bit harder to get hold of, unless you're in the club or you just happen to catch me on a good day. Nothing wrong with that. I've never turned down anybody in need. I won't stop now, but do think about what's right for you and start figuring how far your road is going to go on and where you want to be on that road. How do you want to enjoy that journey? We all owe it to ourselves. That's why we do this. We work long hours. We work for crazy customers. We do fantastic things, but it is taxing and we can't do it forever. So think about that for yourself. Thanks for listening to me. I'll be back next week with some more practical stuff about selling stuff, marketing stuff, or where to put things in your warehouse. All those questions that I have notes all over my desk about. But today, I wanted you to hear a little bit about where I'm going and what I'm doing. And thank you again for being on this journey with me. And I hope many of you will continue to follow me. Thanks a lot.
If you liked this episode of the Intentional Success Podcast, please leave a review and don't forget to like and subscribe. This podcast has been brought to you by the helpful folks at Mertz Crew.